Hey guys, how's it going? Carl here from themorrismethod.com. Today we are bringing you the resistance band and we've got a back workout. Yes, as you've already seen in the intro, we have 4 exercises specifically focusing on the back muscles. Now guys, whether you're a guy or a girl, you can do this workout just with a small increment of reps and resistance and doing whatever feels good for you. Alright, let's jump into this workout. Okay then guys, so we're using the looped band for this. We're using just your body, so no anchors, no doorways. So first exercise, we've got reverse flies, and we're going to do that partnered with the bent over row. So the reverse fly acts as a pre-fatigue exercise for those back muscles. Okay, so we're going to loop straight into it. We're going to be standing on one end of those loops, using the other one nice and free to slack, so we got a bit of movement. Okay, so the reverse fly, you want to make your back roughly 45 degrees. From here, you're going to come straight out and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Okay, retract your shoulders, those shoulder blades come together and just create a little bit of force at the top. It doesn't matter how high you get, you just want to make sure those shoulder blades are coming together. Now guys, depending on what your aim is, if you're looking to build muscle, you want the resistance to be quite high, enough so roughly about 8 to 12 reps is your maximum. Now if you're looking to tone that muscle, you want to make sure the resistance is enough to make sure that 15 to 20 reps is the maximum there. Now if you're trying to build muscle and you're stopping at 12, but really you could probably go on to a little bit more, then that resistance is a little bit too light. So just up that up and make sure you're working hard. Now we're going to post that with a bent over row and we're going to do a high row. So this time we're standing on both the loops. We're coming out, exactly the same position with the back, 45 degrees straight into it. The knuckles are going to be facing forward so the elbows can come out. Now with those elbows you're looking at about just below 45 degrees, so you don't want to come too high in line with your shoulders or too close. You want to be rightly in the middle, and again we're retracting those shoulder blades back, squeezing them together nice and high. Okay, now if this is too easy, just drop and go a little bit deeper into the band. Still keeping those knuckles up and pulling up nice and high, getting those shoulder blades in. Okay, so again, same thing. If you're looking at building muscle, you want to make sure the resistance is right, so about 12 is your maximum. And if you're looking to tone up muscle, you're looking at resistance is okay between about 15 to 20 reps. Okay, so that is the first superset. So we've got the pre-fatigue, which is the reverse fly, coming all the way out, squeezing those shoulder blades, partnered with the high row. Okay, from there, have yourself a little rest. We're going into a bent over row, but instead, as in a gym, you'll probably put one knee down on the bench and we'll go up. We're going to be using your legs into a lunge. So to make sure that both sides get the best workout, we're going to be looping the band over, stepping in halfway, taking a big split into those legs, so we're in that lunge movement here. From here we're going to put all our weight down onto our knee from our elbow. So I'm resting completely on my elbow here. As soon as I'm not and my elbow gets taken away, my lower back is under strain and we don't want to work that. We want to make sure that's rested, so we're just resting on the knee and that takes the weight. Okay, so from here, if I grab the handle right at the top, you'll notice there's a lot of slack at the bottom. And from there, as soon as there's slack, I'm not working at all. So I'm going to be starting halfway down, so the tension is already there. Again, resting down onto the knee, making sure your balance is there. I'm going to be pulling up really close into the waist with this one, so we're not coming out wide. We're going to squeeze it in. Again, we retract the shoulder, then we pull, and that elbow comes up as high as you can, and the shoulder blade comes in. Guys, with this exercise, it's really easy to lose focus and just pull with that shoulder dropping. So with this, as soon as that shoulder comes forward and I'm pulling up, really I'm just working the bicep and I'm probably going to put a little bit of tension on the shoulder and it can result in an injury. So I want to make sure the shoulder comes back first and then I row up all the way, squeezing that shoulder blade inwards. Now again, we're going to be doing this on both hands, so single arm. This isn't partnered with anything. So for me, I'm doing 12 reps, I haven't counted, If I do 12, from there I'm going swapping straight to the other arm. Again, I'm resting down on that elbow on the knee. I'm finding a good resistance for me about halfway into the band. Resting and then rowing straight up. If you want to know the exact resistance, you can always use a marker and just put a marker point straight onto that band. If you've got a good feel for where your resistance should be, then that's good too. So making sure, again, shoulder comes back. I'm not dropping that shoulder downwards. I'm not letting that fall. I'm making sure that comes back and then I'm rowing, okay? Now while I'm doing that, I'm squeezing the shoulder blade in, just like the last exercise, to make sure I get full movement and making sure I'm working into those lat muscles. Okay, so that's the second circuit, third exercise. And then the fourth exercise, down onto the floor, and we're going into a seated row. So this time we're looping over the band, straight over the feet. Now my feet I want about shoulder width apart. You can go a little bit further if you want a bit more resistance, or you can keep them at shoulder width and you can hold down into the band if you want. Now from here, we're doing a similar movement to what we just did, but we're making sure both hands come together at the same time. So we got the seated row, shoulders back and retracted, and then we pull all the way in, bringing the chest out with a little bit of rotation in the wrists. So I'm starting with my knuckles up. As I pull, the elbows come in and my knuckles come in. Squeeze and out. Now again, if this is too easy for you, then you can come halfway, knuckles up, get the rotation and squeeze. Keep your core strong because you want to be leaning slightly back. You want to be sitting right upright, slightly back and row. Keep going. Get those shoulders back before we row. Again, the same movement. We don't want those shoulders to come forward as we're rowing because that's going to result in injury. You want to retract the shoulder as you pull in. Okay guys, I hope that helps. So as I said, depending on what your goal is, if you're looking to build muscle, you're looking at about 8 to 12 reps and you want that rep to be your maximum rep you can do. So if you're looking for 12 reps and you're doing your 12 and you can do 13, 14, 15, if you've got the energy there, then that resistance is too light for you. And now if you're looking to tone muscle and sculpt and keep the shape, now you want to be doing about 15 to 20 reps for muscular endurance, and that again has to be your maximum. If you can do 20 reps relatively easy and you can go on to 30, then you want to just make sure the resistance goes up a little bit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop me a like below and leave me a comment on what you enjoyed most and what you would like to see again in the future. Share this with your friends so when the gym's open you can get straight into it. Like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Take care guys.